bruh, it's literally day 3 of the year and Trump's moving like a political roadman, running up in countries like, yo, fam, what you got? Patting them down and taking whatever they've got on them like it's some sort of geopolitical lick. Anyway, now to the facts, yeah? The US has carried out military strikes in Venezuela with explosions reported in and around Caracas. Trump says that Maduro, who was a sitting president, and his wife were captured and flown out. Kidnapping or a capture in a military operation? You tell me. Venezuela's vice president says they don't know their whereabouts or condition and is demanding proof of life. While Caracas calls it military aggression and pushes for urgent UN action, here's my first question. If this is purely about US indictment and justice, why not let Venezuela's constitutional succession run? Why not let the vice president step in? Because that's the tell. This is so unlikely about one man and likely about controlling the transition. US reporting says Maduro is in US military custody and expected to be handed to federal authorities in New York to face narco-terror and drug trafficking charges. Republicans are praising it as enforcing a warrant, and Democrats are saying you don't get to do military action without Congress. Trump is saying whilst he didn't get permission from Congress, he did inform them right afterwards. I'm like, And where is the day after plan to stop chaos? Inside Venezuela, the opposition is moving fast. The opposition candidate is being positioned by many observers as the winner of the 2024 election, backed by the opposition leader who won the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize. But the real decider is the military, right? Because if you think about it, they protected Maduro's system for years. So succession is a recognition fight. And Maduro has been a divisive character. Some Venezuelans are relieved and celebrate him. But even if you hate him, the bigger question is whether cross-border force becomes the new way to remove leaders. Oil used to be a conspiracy theory in the eyes of many, but is now part of the stated narrative. Trump is tying Venezuela's oil wealth, has taken it back. He clearly stated that they are taking over Venezuela and they are sending their oil companies in and boots on the ground if necessary. He said, his own words, right? It won't cost him anything because the substantial wealth coming out of the ground will make it worthwhile. China's been the main buyer of Venezuela oil, by the way. So yes, this is likely a BRICS pressure test. Whoever controls the barrels honestly controls the leverage. Venezuela's crude is heavy and the US Gulf Coast refineries profit from heavy barrels when they're discounted. US aviation advisories have already triggered Caribbean flight reroutes and cancellations. Whatever you think of Maduro, if the rules go optional, civilians pay first. Don't forget to like, get involved in the comments, and if you really want to support my content, subscribe. But more importantly, if you want a long-form breakdown